Hello once more, everybody. Welcome back to Let's Play Motorsport Manager Surging Absurdity. Time for race 8 in Singapore. We're working on the engine, and we've got 5 races to go, wanting to hold off Spartan Racing 12-point lead over Spartan MRT. And of course, the big difference is Holgersen Lorry been neck and neck for the top driver position, but Baggs is much better than Sevilla overall. And of course Baggs had, I believe, the last race. Let me take a look at his performances. Yeah, last race was his best as he finished second in Guildford while Holgersen was having a really off day. And, of course, we've always got the obligatory interview question. Yes, do you want to work with Maxime Lorry? Can't hold a candle to Will Baggs. Oh, that's a joke. No, I'm happy with our 2 current drivers. I'll just say he's interesting. Anything can happen in motorsport. I'm going to kind of straddle the thing here. We improved his morale. I think that's about it. So that sort of backfired. Yes, and Lorry won Guildford. Okay, let's get our repairs done, get moving. And yeah, our spoiler, as mentioned before, is not up to the standard of Atsuno, but it's still good. Let's see what's going to happen in Singapore. We want the gearbox and the brakes, if anything, but I think the engine is the only one. Let's take a look. Yeah, that engine we can't use because it was a risk part just to save money. And then we've got the one we're working on now, and I believe one more. Those were the ones that we were going to use. And everything else is maxed out. So there's nothing for these wonderful people to do until we finish the new part. So let's proceed forward. Okay, and Angela Cassiani, our reserve driver, going through a divorce. Might get a bit messy, should never have made him in the first place, blah, 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 blah. Losing focus. Improving morale and marketability. She's improving morale as she's getting divorced. Oh, there's all kinds of jokes there that I'm not even going to bother with. But as our reserve driver, who we never use, we basically don't care. A few more days for the engine. And there it is. Okay, so that's finished. Let's go ahead and throw that on Baggs' car. Give him that one. And then we can move Holgersen up to this one. And then let's also get that thing in the workshop here. Let's boost reliability as much as we have to. There we go. And we'll get most of the performance improvement then out of it, but not quite all. And of course we want another one. So it was top speed, and yeah, 1.25 million, and also takes a long time. Won't be done for quite a while after the race, but there's nothing for it there. And this is our final part build for the year. We're gonna sink this, and I'm sure the chairman won't be happy. We're down to 1.3 million in the negative, but we should be able to boost that back up. We are making money each race, And that, again, is the last one. Let me just double check our sponsors. Yeah, we got one more race, then two. So, yeah, we'll be able to easily make up the money. And in any case, we just want to boost our performance as much as can be done. I think we're ready just to move forward to the race now. I've got a few emails here to check out. Reminder that we're first, that's better than third. Keep up the good work. Blah, 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 blah. Singapore, 50 laps, just over 2.5 miles. Brakes being the top thing, says Hammer is doing excellent in those. Likely to be some rain. Super soft and soft with an abrasive track. And Mia Holgersson loves our engines. Or as she says, kicking so much ass when it comes to the top speed of the car. Assuring to know we can outstrip most of the other drivers when we hit the straights. A great chance to make those crucial overtakes. Outstanding. 4 days until Singapore. Yep, you're going to whine about the money. I understand. Hammer expected to do well in Singapore. Laurie claims that he's not feeling the pressure of being the man to catch. Alice Wood hoping to pick up a few points this weekend. You know what? You're not even important enough for us to care about. Let's take a look at the brakes. And yeah, okay, we are just barely second to Hammer there. But our brakes almost as good as theirs. And also the acceleration, of course, we're #1. So we should be pretty happy with that. We are first overall. 3 more days. And there's our reliability work completed. So we're going to boost everything into here. 4 days after the race now. I could have changed this around a little bit. Maybe boosted this a tad more. But nothing to be concerned with there. So yeah, it's a 583, 584 versus the 513 that Mia Holgersson has. So a considerably faster engine. Nine days till the engine, 4 days till that boosts out. So it'll be done before we get the new one in. Okay, I think we want to, again, be conservative. Just go for a small financial gain. Gradually work on that debt. We're going to be getting more sponsors in. Not be too aggressive and going for the first place. That's a bit dicey. And, yeah, estimated to finish 4th, even with his new engine. And expecting Holgersson to finish 1st. I think we're pretty happy with that. 30 degrees and heavy rain for practice. 25, and then could be rainy, and 26 for the race. So I think we're definitely looking at running the soft tires. Consider an abrasive track, high tire wear, very high fuel usage, 50 laps, and then, you know, with those temperatures that warm, there is no way super softs are going to last very long at all. So, going to want to focus on the soft tires to the extent that we're not stuck in the rain. See how it goes in the Far East. Yeah, and the suspension we can knock down further, of course. So, 315 here. think is where we want to be. Yeah, we did leave that extra up to 70% on the crucial parts because we had the problem in the one race earlier. Go with that. Yep, soft tires. Boy, he really wants the cornering down there on the low end. Those wheel bags. Could be interesting to get everything set up just the way he wants it. Yeah, we'll just try that and then see how it rolls. Soft tires for you as well. And it said heavy rain, so naturally it's dry as a bone to start out with. Oh, looks like that's gonna stop there, as that grip's predicted to go away after about 5. Yep, okay. It's going to rain 5-6 minutes in, so we want 5-6 minutes of going here at the beginning. So you know what, I think we'll make our initial adjustments when we switch the tires. Like we want race trim and 4 laps for both drivers. And no matter how much they whine, they're not coming in before then. Let's give that a whirl. Bags out first because we have to change up his stint. He's got 6.7, Holgersson 7.1, so both drivers looking pretty good today. Zoom out just a tad to see a bit more of the track. Pretty even split on the tires that people are using. It's 25, it's going to cool off a little bit and then get warmer right before it rains. And of course, the temperature on the softs still spiking, and this is actually slightly cooler than it's expected to be for the race. So, once again, confirming that we definitely will not want to focus on super softs. Holgersson liking the handling. Have to try to keep a mental note. Okay, stiffer handling for bags. Of which way they want these changes to be made when we come in to switch to wetter tires. Lots of cars so far outdoing us. And yeah, the water's coming, but it's not coming for a bit longer. 6th and 7th out of 8, so yeah, not super. And all we know so far is that Bags wants stiffer handling. Holgersson liking the cornering balance. We'll need to back off on the tires soon. And level 1 there for our race trim and our soft tires. Both drivers liking the cornering. Bags just wants a bit stiffer handling. Alright, let's back off to conserve now. As we're a third of the way through, a little bit over a third of the way to our goals. Yeah, looks like we are going to get heavy rain. Definitely not going to get that much water though, so we're going to be switching to inters here. And it looks like it might be Inters the rest of the way. So, I mean, I don't think we're going to get to the next level on soft, so let's go ahead and come in and be as, you know, get as much in the Inters as we can. And Bag's happy with the gear ratios, so it really looks like he's got a good setup, and yet is running 15th time-wise. Yeah, I think this is definitely the right timing for coming in. And Holgerson really running good form-wise. Okay, yeah, good on the speed balance, not perfect, but 80% is a strong beginning, and we want, you know, honestly, the same amount of, you know, fuel should get us through the end. So we're going to do race trim. We're going to switch to the Inters. And then you want stiffer handling, probably a little bit more acceleration, I would guess. Of course, there's the rub. I can't give you all of those things. So let's go. Yeah, we don't know for sure that he doesn't want more speed. Let's give that a shot. Yeah, definitely want to go all the way out there. So just see if that's any better. I don't think we're going to... This might be one of those where we just can't quite hit everything that Bags wants to do. And in comes Holgerson, who's looking good. Excellent, good, and good. 92%. Really rare to hit in the 90s on the first try. So we're liking the speed. Let's go a little bit lower. And then the handling, let's just try this way. Don't want to mess with that yet. Yeah, that's probably about the right distance. We'll see how that goes. Is it better? Is it worse? And we'll go from there. So, definitely feel like we're set up really well to have a good run at it here. And we're just over halfway on the race trim. If it looks like we're going to have time, we can always come in and try to get some qualifying burn later on. And if not, that's fine too. It's looking like we're only going to get level 1 on the softs, level 1 on the Inters, which could be better than that for sure. I'm probably not going to be real happy with how the tires are looking. But I should be happy with this. And of course, that's just a function of the weather. Well, we could get some soft there at the end. Okay. Bags doesn't like the handling, so maybe that's the deal with his setup. He actually doesn't want it stiffer. He said it wanted stiffer, but he was wrong. So we'll go the other way with it, and that should loosen things up a little bit to get the other aspects in line, and okie dokie. He'll be happy there then. Holgerson happy with the cornering, so I think the ballast was an improvement. So we'll want to try to come in at the end and get qualifying and soft tires going, but not yet, not until the water recedes. Oh, Bags doesn't like the speed balance either. Okay, well, deal with it. Let's see, the soft tires there. Yeah, they're not that far away, so we do want to get that soft tires up to level 2. Bags to come in on this one. Yep, and now Holgerson. So we'll get the race trim really close, and whether or not we... I don't think we're going to hit the qualifying anyway. Yeah, we're gonna get up to that. So we want to hit or switch to qualifying and soft. And I'm not going to make any changes to the setup. We can do that tomorrow. Yeah, 142. We just want to do qualifying and soft for both. And we just want to hit that level 2 soft trim. That's all that we're caring about at the moment. Holgerson running perfectly, and Bags solid. So let's see, level 3 race trim, nothing on the qualifying, level 1 on inters, and trying to hit level 2 on the softs. Open question whether we do or not, but I think they're going to get around past the starting line before time runs out. Bags here is first, making the final turn with less than 15 seconds. Oh boy. And he's across with just 3 or 4 seconds left. And Holgerson made it too. Just by inches. So we get our soft tires in, well, literally seconds count, but we made it, and couldn't really have expected any more from this practice session. Bags has some issues to fix tomorrow. Holgerson much closer. But we know the direction to go on Bags too. We just went the wrong direction. So all of that should work itself out pretty quickly. And we end up 5th and 10th in the practice numbers. Hashimoto happy with the practice. Dutt having a strong session. Vittorio Corsa, not so much. And the rain comes a day late. But here it is. Oh boy. So it's going to be wet, and then it's not going to be wet, and then it's going to be wet some more. Well, we want to do a start and stop on wets to knock in our setup. And yeah, let's go with the softs and the intermediates. Who knows which one we're going to need more. And how it... Nah, inters would be okay here. '92, '94, '94. So Both of these were good, and they upgraded to great, so potentially just like a little bit lower on the cornering and a little bit more oversteer. Yeah. Let's try that. Not a lot. I just want to make a small... Yeah, no more than that. Nope. It's going to go there. We're just doing a start and stop to finalize our setup. Okay, and this one was a mess. Yeah, we want to get the speed down to there again. Poor to very poor. So maybe we want handling like way over here. And then good to poor, so probably about there. That's what I want to go with. More accelerate. Yeah, I don't know if I can hit that, but if we come down here, then all of a sudden we can get where we want to be. And I'm just going to leave it right there for now. Let's see where that is. That should be close. And let's do a quick start and stop for both drivers. And then we'll see where we're at. The weather, it's going to be a little wet. And then it's going to dry out again. Should we try one real lap on the inters and then switch to super softs maybe? Actually, we probably don't even want to go for the inters one if it's going to really dry out later. Let's see what it does. Okay, so Holgerson says, what did you do? 88%. Okay. So we were good. And then we were great. And then we were good again. So we want to dial it back a little bit. Probably not quite that far. Yeah. How was that compared to... Okay, good. Great. Okay, I think I like where I had that. So we want to I forgot which direction. Yeah, so a little bit more understeer. Okay. Try that. See how that works. And how about bags? 95%. We're real close. The handling isn't quite right. Okay, so handling was poor. Very poor. So if anything, maybe a little bit more oversteer. Let's try that, see how that works. Okay. So another start and stop for each, and then we're going to want to try to get a lap in, and hopefully we'll be close. Still looks like it's going to be dry at the end. Can't quite see all the way, but we're probably going to want to go out on super softs as soon as we come in here. whatever adjustments we have to make. It's raining again? Oh yeah, it's raining in this. Yeah, we don't want to quite go out just yet. We're a little ahead of that. A little ahead of where I thought maybe we would be. Bags, 97%. Okay. I'll just let you sit tight. Holgerson, 96%. Great across the board. I'd like to have that little bit more acceleration. So maybe I do that. And let's try that. In a bit. Okay, so how long do we want to wait is the question. Probably getting down to about 4 minutes, I think would be about right. Yeah, the grip's going to keep going up. Just want to make sure in case there's any rain that comes at the very end that we're good. Send out Holgerson first, as she is looking pretty strong. Understatement deserving a trophy. Bags is falling off a cliff. And actually, he's going to be the biggest problem. So I really should probably send him first. No, because he'll have better grip towards the end. Okay. Alright, so what did I say? Yeah, I wanted that slight little bit less acceleration. Yeah, then that little bit more of understeer. Yeah, that's how I wanted to try it. Super softs. We'll get to you, Will. And 97 is not perfect, but I'm not going to mess with it. Probably be just almost as likely to make it worse than better at this point. Come on, Mia. Show them what you got. I'm down to 9.3. Will bouncing back a little bit from the high 3s to mid 4s. Still not good at all, but I would expect he should be more than sufficient here to... He's in some traffic, but to make the top 15. There's a little bit of risk here, but not a huge amount, I don't think. You're the only ones who haven't set a lap, so using qualifying as your final bit of practice does have its potential drawbacks. Holgerson trying to set the pace, although Bags goes faster than anybody. over that first session, and part of that may just be the tires issue with it being wet earlier. Holgerson takes the lead. Parisi, though, getting in just ahead of that. But then Baggs going back up one. So Baggs, Parisi, Holgerson, with others still coming in, probably going to see some fast times here right at the end. Or continue to. Yep, there's Laurie. Well faster than everybody else. I'd like to say I'm surprised, but I'm not. That's simply driver's skill there. We have the better car. He's got the better abilities. So 4th and 6th, it would appear. Yes, 4th and 6th for our first run at it. And I could tolerate that sort of finish. And we lose nobody particularly important. Vittorio Corsa, just again bad. Alice Wood wanted a better day, but guess what? She finished last with Lockhart. So Spartan getting first with Laurie and 8th. Hammer 2nd and 7th. We're 4th and 6th. And Hashimoto always qualifies well, and that's about the end of that. So big question, of course, can anybody come close to Laurie? And answer is probably not. Later on in the day, we're looking at partly sunny or partly cloudy. Are you a half glass half full, glass half empty kind of person? It's really hot. Supposed to do nothing but get better conditions. And so we probably want to just give it 2 shots today. Just going to take it down to about 8 minutes. Give it 2 runs at it, unless it's, you know, wet later or whatever, then we'll only give it 1. And save 3 sets of tires for the final day. Assuming we both make it, but I expect that will indeed happen. Holgerson first and then Baggs. It gives Baggs the better grip to deal with. And also Holgerson, you know what, I'm going to send her out early just because let's not ruin, oh, 99%. Yeah, that's nice. Let's not ruin a 10.0. Let's get that 10.0 out on the track. We'll actually wait till she starts her flying lap, then we'll throw Baggs out there. So I don't normally do this, but I'll have more of a gap between the drivers. There we go. Now Baggs, you can go. Only 97% for you. Get out. Dropped a bit to 5.1, but of course he will have better track conditions. So that's probably worth more than the tiny drop in form. Pretty good start for Holgerson, it appears. Yes, indeed, fastest second sector, and now 0.05 ahead of the pace currently set by Rodriguez. But that's not nearly as fast as Lori went yesterday. Does take the position, but again, Lori was almost like about 4/10 of a second, 4 to 5/10 of a second faster than that. So let's not didn't get quite that fast today, but let's not get too excited about it yet. Very competitive at the top. And Bags not quite there. Definitely gonna have to go out. I don't think I even need to send Holgerson out again, but Bags definitely. And he's not too thrilled with it. 10th. Just barely. So we're going to need to see a better time from him. Holgerson, don't see her falling all the way from first down out of the top 10. So she's just going to sit there and chill. Bags should go out at about the 2-minute mark, I would think, to take maximum opportunity of the best grip. Maybe even a little bit after that, but we'll send him out at 2 just to be safe. So he'll have just over a minute to sit in here and think about what he's going to try to do. And of course the fact that his teammate currently is in first position. Looks like Bags' form was rising, yep, up to 4.5. No, well I could, but there's no point. None that I see anyway. Bags holding at 4.5. Which is a little better than he was before. So let's hope that holds long enough for him to get out there. And now he's down to 11th. So he's officially got to improve. Bags racing for the right to go on to qualifying session 3 later today and stay in the top 10. Or get into the top 10 actually now. He has missed 1/3 session so far this year, but that was several races ago. It's been a while since I missed it with him, and he's got a fresh new engine. So dude, we know you're getting a little long in the tooth, as it were, but let's have a good one here and stay up high enough where you're a serious threat to be in the points, shall we? Down to 12th now. I don't know if that was a good enough first session. It was better, so there is that. Lori just barely beating Holgerson's time, so that's interesting. Okay, that's probably fast enough. Maybe not. This is going to be close. Do this turn well. Nope. And you're right, it wasn't good enough. 0.019 behind Tanaka. Well, I don't think I could have done much better with Bags. I mean, the setup is only 97%. Maybe if I got his setup to 98 or 99, but it was close. In any case, gonna be in some trouble, Will Bags, for the second time this year. You're starting in the back of the pack. Yeah, you can see Lori's time on the first session much faster, but this one, Mia was right there with him. partly sunny again. As Saturday rolls on, third qualifying session, and we are going to try to get 3 sessions in here. Looks like the weather is going to be just fine, which means late in this session we could see some very fast times. And this is one of those tracks where it's the length of it is really close, but I might be able to just squeeze in 3. I'm going to try. Well, that's tire temp bouncing around a lot, but I just did hit the perfect session, or perfect rating. So Holgerson will be setting the time to beat here, and then we'll see how the rest do. Hoping to get her right up front for that battle with Lori to continue. And of course, 2 points to whoever wins the pole. So that could be as important as anything, frankly. .81, so not quite as fast as the other day, but yeah, and this is going to be super, super close whether or not I get that third one in. I might just get 2. So it's going to need to be immediately in, immediately back out. And I don't think we're going to make it. I think we're gonna, yeah, we're gonna end up something like 15 seconds short, I'm pretty sure. And you know what, that being the case, let's just come in from this. Because the track grip's gonna be better, you know, at the end. So I just want to wait till a little bit closer to the end. Got the tires to burn, that wasn't a concern. Wait for a little bit closer to the end of the session so I can have a better shot at moving up from 4th and hopefully challenging Lori for that pit spot. Or pit spot. Pole spot. Take a look at the grip as it goes up. No sign of anything changing conditions. I can wait till a little bit under 2 minutes if I want to, and I think I want to. Based on how the grip is looking, if I go any earlier than that, I think I'm going to have problems. The grip's not going to be maxed, if it is, until the very end. How late can I get away with? Probably... might be able to get away with 135, 140. I'm going to go out to a little bit below 150, I think. Just to... I want to make sure I've got enough room. Yeah, let's not wait any longer. It is a short, you know, distance from our spot at the end of pit road to get back on the track. So, of course, you always got to get back up to speed, and we're down to 9.2 form. Kind of unusual to be concerned about only 9.2, but it is what it is. Only the fact that she's running super high form gives her a shot at Lori. Okay. A little bit higher on the brakes than I'd like, but it is what it is. And track grip still not up all the way, but Lori sets the mark at 121.495, and that's almost 0.2 faster than Holgersen has done. So I don't see us catching it, but you know what? We're giving it our best shot here. Holgersen slips to 8th, and her first session is not as fast as Lori's, and is not as fast as her first session sector before. So that's not a good sign. We really need a good second one here. Okay, her best, but it's not good enough. We're almost 1/10 behind Lori, and it looks like Lori and Sevilla in the front row. That's gonna suck. Okay, up to 3rd. And yeah, good 3rd one, but just wasn't quite good enough at the start. I mean, 0.051, that's close. But Lori and Sevilla in the front row from our hated rivals, and they get the 2 points for being on the pole. So now it's down to a 10-point lead. Yuck. Flawless driving from Lori, a deserved pole position. Lori thanking the fans. And we do have light rain to start. But they're still going to have us on the super softs. 10 expected form for her, and how much for Will Baggs? 5. Okay. So it's not going to be very wet. Not worth having wet tires, I don't think. Yeah, that's borderline wet or not wet. So, and then we're going to start. I could put Baggs on inters. Boy, that's questionable. Okay, so based on what we see, there could be more rain later. But based on what I see, I think it's a much better idea to go with the race trim and the soft tires, which I have a larger bonus for anyway. And I think putting Baggs on soft tires is the smart play, since he can pick whatever he wants. Okay, so how much fuel do we want for this first session? We're not going to get 25 laps out of it. Maybe we get 20 at most. Probably 2 stops. So say we want to get... do you know what? If we use up more of the fuel in this first run, you run a longer first stint, shorter stints later, and save on the time for refilling. I mean, that's worth considering, especially for Baggs, who's back this far. So he's going to be able to get a significant amount of charge. So let's say maybe we go 20 laps. He still isn't going to need a lot of fuel to go 20 laps. Yeah. Let's knock that down to... let's try 7. Okay. It says it's not locked. Why are your tires not locked? Let me go back. Yeah, because this says they are locked. Oh no, they're unlocked. They're unlocked because of the weather. Okay. That's where we are. I'd like to know what the other drivers are doing, frankly, and I don't think I can see that. But you know what? I'm going to go with Super Softs anyway. Only since you unlocked them, I'll use a fresh set. Because I want to be fast up front. Yeah, I'd like to get as close to 17 laps as I can, but knock you down to 5, because you're not going to go quite as far, and you are going to use the charge for most of it. So let's go with that. See how it goes. So we're going to have a little bit of an uneven start here. Yeah, and ooh, we got softs and super softs even up at the front. That's interesting. But nobody saying, yeah, I want to go inters. Which I think is the right maneuver. So Holgerson in third. And makes a move to get by Sevilla, but can't hold it. Well, for the Spartan drivers, having the good sets to go hybrid right away. Do see a lot of speed bursts sometimes, but not on this particular occasion. Bags down to 12th. But Holgerson does get the pass on Sevilla. It's going to be very important. Got to try to beat Lori, but at least beat Sevilla today. Oops, and yeah, okay, we're frying everything already. Go conserve. Go conserve. Sevilla down to 4th, which is just fine with me. Yeah, I think so. And Lori pulling away from Holgerson. So let's back off on the engine for both drivers. And let's go harvest for now. Use up the fuel that we have. Bags past Trenoweth for 11th. It's back to his original starting position. He's going to have to try to work his way up through the field, and any points we get from him would be great. So right now, 1st and 5th for them, 1st for us. So we would, or 2nd for us, we would lose most of our lead and be only 4 points ahead. That's not the kind of results I want, but long way to go yet, of course. And Holgerson, yeah, getting pressed from behind by Gabler. I think we can afford to go neutral for a bit here, so we're going to do that. Let's take a look at Bags. Bags is in some traffic for sure. Let's go ahead and neutral on him. I just want to try to hold on to our current positions if I can. Don't lose it. During this, it's still raining. It's still going to get a little bit wetter, and then it's going to dry out. It's not getting quite wet enough that anybody wants to come in for inters. Already 3 seconds back of Lori despite driving well. So, I mean, Lori is just a better driver. Gotta outsmart him. And Bags still right in the thick of things here. Tire temps very similar for both of them at the moment. But I need Bags to go hybrid. And I need Holgersson to go hybrid, like, for the rest of her run now. Yeah, over a second ahead of the next place and still falling behind Lori. So let's just go ahead and go conserve. And we'll ride along a bit with Bags here as Holgersson seems to be fairly well locked into position. And yeah, we need to conserve your tires, even though, boy, look at this thick driving. I'd like to be pushing a little more, but I just can't. The temperatures are just up there too much. Yeah, I mean, Bags has like 4 drivers within like a second ahead of him and about the same behind. Basically half the field is within a second and a half in either direction. But at the end of the day, he's on lap 7, and he is right exactly where he was to start the race. Now let's boost the tires now for Holgersson. Boy, Bag's about to get past. Let's try to go neutral there, see if we can stave that off. Parisi does have faster, you know, super soft tires. Yep, and there it is. So we're going to lose that spot. So let's just switch back to conserve then and say, alright, you've got it for now. You can go ahead and harvest here. If he's going to be back a spot, why not take advantage of a little bit better harvesting? So Holgersson gradually opening up distance on Gabler behind. Stefansson in 4th has really burned the tires. And then the drivers behind that are softs. So Holgersson down to 8.2. And yeah, I think he's going to have all she wants to beat, to have any chance of beating Lori, but finishing second would not be the end of the world. Question is, can Bags do anything with his new engine? And what happened to Parisi? Oh, Parisi, we passed somebody else. We passed Jarita Dutt. In just a moment here, I'm going to boost it. There we go. Now let's go up to neutral. While I need to go, I said go up to neutral, I need to go down to conserve with Holgersson, who's only got maybe 3 laps left or so. Need to watch that. Bag's going to be out here longer. Hoping to get another 10 laps out of this, but probably not going to quite get that much. I didn't give him quite enough fuel to get that far. Burned a little more in the startup. But either way, Holgerson's going to come in first, so I need to keep a good eye on that. Bags is up to 10th past Parisi. Holgerson's form continuing to fade, now 4 seconds back on Laurie. The one saving grace here might be that Laurie probably... Whoa! Laurie crashed! Horrible luck for Spartan. Horrible luck for Spartan. And that right there, frankly... I mean, it's not the way you want to win. But that probably clinched, literally, the challenge, the season for us. Because with Laurie losing the points, I mean, Holgerson's going to win this race. We're going to beat Spartan for, you know, pretty badly for the day. I mean, look at it right now. We'd gain a few more points on our lead, and that might get better with Bags moving up. So, and yeah, I want to pit this lap. The other thing is, I want to be pretty conservative now. 37 laps to go. Let's assume we're not going to get much hybrid. Put 15 laps in. But since I don't have to worry as much about Laurie, I don't want to push the envelope. Oh, stop it. I don't think I changed tires. Don't know if I did or not anyway. You can see I'm going to be down to virtually nothing when it comes to the fuel. Okay. Now I'm confident that I got it right. So let's ride with Bags, who's in 8th. And you never know when one of our drivers might crash. So, I mean, if Holgerson were to crash the next race or something, unlikely. But the point is, we need to take advantage of this. See if we can get another position or two here, Will. You're going to be out there for a few more laps. Yep, let's do neutral and harvest. That's exactly what I want to be at. Bags battling with Cruz and not really getting anywhere. Holgerson down all the way in 17th. Could have a very short fuel fill up for the third stop again. Bags still battling with Cruz. We're going to have to give it up if we don't win it soon. Yeah. Well, you know what? You gave it a run, Will. Is an action-averse driver. Okay. Let's back down on to conserve. Got a couple more laps there. Let's see what Holgerson's doing. Which is basically just hanging around behind Edwards. She's up to 15th, and she's doing some good harvesting of battery power that will become useful later. But as much fuel as we're holding, we don't seem to be, like, pushed too hard to be held up here much or anything. So, let's just go ahead and relax back there. Hashimoto getting first pit out of the way. Do we have enough for one more lap after this is the question. Yeah, I think we do, because we're going to have extra fuel, so if we run out of energy, then we still have that in reserve. Let's go conserve. Mia, you're up to 14th. Bags still battling with Lissandro Cruz. But we're going to come in. So made it through 18 laps, wanted 20, made it through 18. We got to get through 32 more, 16 on each session. And thinks we're going to come in out 8th. Let's go with 11, and I don't know that we'll need that many, but let's go with it anyway. We will drop a little further down as the result of that, of course. Now Holgerson up to 11th. Edwards, the only driver who has pit ahead, and Edwards' tires are a lot worse. But still, it would be nice to make that pass, if possible. Here comes Bags in. Let's see how far down he actually drops. And it looks like 13th. So 8th and 13th now. Bags staying right behind Edwards at the moment. Let's see, what's Edwards doing driving-wise? I'm thinking about making a move here. Okay, Edwards is driving pretty aggressively right now. And on hybrid. So we might be trying to get that last little bit of speed out of it. Because if we have the opportunity, I definitely want to go for the pass. Bags has room in front and back, so I don't need to pay much attention to him. And here's Gabler behind trying to burn everything up. Okay, let's go neutral. Stay ahead of Gabler. I think Gabler used up your energy, didn't you? Yeah, you got less than half as much energy as we do. And Edwards is going to come in. So we need to stay ahead of Gabler. That's the game now. Stay ahead of Andrea Gabler, who has fresher tires and probably less fuel, I'm going to guess. So let's stay neutral on the tires for a while and try to establish a gap. Okay, we're up to 5th now with Human Edwards pitting. Everybody else ahead of us is going to be pitting soon. There's lots of open track. We just have to stay ahead of Andrea Gabler. And right now appear to be gradually pulling away. Yeah, over a second now. Only at 6.0, so not driving too terribly impressively. Bags up to 10th, so Holgerson not getting much hybrid and Bags getting virtually, or Bags getting a decent amount. And Cruz slips down the ranks as he finally goes in. Bags is 5th, I believe. No, 6th among drivers who have come in. And let's see, still nobody around. Let's conserve and wait until there's actually somebody close by to deal with. Second and a half now. Holgerson's lead on Gabler, so let's conserve the tires and use them when we need them. Sevilla and Rodriguez really burning their tires up. Looks like they might be trying to go with a one-stop strategy. They'd have to get a couple more laps in, and then, you know, I almost wonder if burning the tires down that low is even going to pay off for them there. It might be counterproductive. We'll see. So Bags coming up on Stefansson, even though, okay, there goes Sevilla. And I think, you know, would need to get even more out of the second stint. I don't know if that would happen. So Sevilla and Rodriguez go in. Holgerson up to 2nd now. Bags up to 8th. As, yeah, doesn't quite catch Sevilla. And Sevilla's going to be driving fairly aggressively out there now, probably, so it's not really worth giving that a chase. You can see Bags down here in 8th. You can just barely see unless you zoom out. You can see pretty significant gap. 2 seconds behind Sevilla. Yeah, there it is around the corner. That's not going to happen for us, at least for a while. Hashimoto is in for a second time, so Bags now up to 7th. So soon we'll have both drivers into the points, and just bad luck for Spartan. Maxime Laurie gets the crash. And Holgerson down to 4.9, Bags 4.1. I don't think there's any way that we would have beaten him without that. Sometimes Lady Luck smiles upon you, and it looks like that's what's happened here as we hit the halfway point in Singapore. Still waiting for Jarita Dutt to surrender to the inevitable and pit, although she could potentially go on a one-stop. Because it's now made it over halfway on the one set of tires. Tire temp's getting low enough. Let's go ahead and go neutral. Both drivers, I think, for now. Probably not for that long. But we've still got a few laps of fuel left. So I'm not in any big concern. And there goes Dutt into the pit. So Holgerson takes the lead. And Bags is in 6th. So if we stay that way, Spartan doesn't get much in the way of points. We increase our lead to 19, and all is sort of well with the world, as it were. So almost 3 seconds now, the lead over Blasi, who has faster tires. And Bags now less than 2 seconds back of Sevilla. But he, somewhat surprisingly, has actually quite a bit less energy than Holgersen does. And now Sevilla pulling out again, probably getting a little more aggressive with the driving, as they tend to go back and forth on that. I doubt we're going to make any catches there. You know, he could potentially get Sevilla or Stefansson before this is over, but not going to happen anytime soon. So now down under 2 laps for Holgersen. We're going to go down to just over a lap of fuel. Because we're going to get about 6 out of our hybrid. And yeah, that's probably, I mean, we could go a little bit lower, but again, I don't want to really cut it short on this one, because this race, I think, is Holgersen's to lose. I want to stay solid, make sure Mia wins it, make sure that Will Baggs stays in the points, gets up as fast as he can, but mostly just stays in the points. Let's back off to conserve for him. And you know what? Let's do that for Holgersen as well. And I want to drop down to, I think, about exactly a lap of fuel now for Baggs, because he doesn't have quite the energy. Just go with it here. And less than a second behind Sevilla, so holding competitive there. We're going to see Blasi and Stefansson go in before much longer. We're not far away from it ourselves, though. 3-second lead for Holgersen, so you can see Jarita Dutt 22 seconds behind, but might be able to get all the way home on those tires. So we're going to want to be careful with how much we do here. There's Blasi and Stefansson. They're going in. Baggs now up to 4th. And just for purposes of tire wear, I think I want to take Holgersen up to 30, pull her in after lap 34, and Baggs a little bit after that. So 2 more laps for Mia. She could get a 3rd with her energy, but I don't think I want to push that. Okay, so now we'll grab our final set of tires. We're going to have about a lap and a half full of battery power. I don't want to plan on getting much more. We're going to need 16 laps. I think 13 laps of fuel is what I want. You know what, again, let's play it safe. And looks like we're going to come out in 7th. Then Bags will go around an extra time here. Still holding on. Second behind Sevilla. Hashimoto going in for the third time. And Holgerson's form has spiked, which is nice. But Bags, not so much. Still in the mid-fours, having himself a bit of a subpar weekend. Okay, and Bags up to third now. It'll be time for him to come in. 15 laps. And he's going to be just about out. He'll be back a little bit further. But honestly, take 13 laps of fuel on as well. Because you're not going to be back that far. You're not going to get much. Might be a lap too much, but you know what? We're going to stick with it. There's Mia coming out in 7th. We'll do some harvesting here. We are right behind Jarita Dutt. So if she manages to finish the race on what she's got, this could get interesting. Yeah, and Dutt driving very aggressively, so let's just go ahead and let that go. Okay, so 6th and 10th as we are now, that Bags comes out. But among drivers who have pit twice, we are 1st and 3rd, but you really got to count it 2nd and 4th because Dutt has a shot at the one-stop idea. And if she pulls it off, she's going to be the only driver who does. Oh, well, she's not going to now. Having mechanical problems, this many laps to go, that's not good. So it's time to seize the day. Mia? There we go. Just hold the spot. So yeah, that really should be, like, our position really should be 1st and 3rd now, which would be remarkable. And Holgerson continuing to boost up her form now. She's racing very well again after that dip in the middle of the race, up to almost 8. I don't see the drivers in front making it on their current tires. Sevilla could get close. Probably one of those where Sevilla pits with 2 or 3 laps to go. We'll just have to see how that works. And let's conserve. Let's conserve with both. Bags is now sitting in 9th. Yep, and Gabler is going to pit and do some repairs. That's one of the things. A lot of drivers having to do repairs in this season. Late in the season. So it would seem that either the other teams are being more aggressive with their weight stripping than us, or they just didn't boost their reliability enough. And whichever one it is, I'll take it. So we are 4th and 7th. Bags, basically no chance of catching Blasi, I don't think, but... And Dutt, again. trying to ride it out, not wanting to come in for the repairs that would seem to be necessary. Actually, not far behind Holgerson at all. We're going to have to watch that. Yeah. Continuing to check. Okay. We don't have... Boy, alright, let's go neutral for a bit. We don't have a lot of tire to work with here. Dutt's not driving particularly aggressively at the moment. Ten laps left. Probably should be able to back off there. Bags with enough fuel that he probably isn't going to have to use the hybrid much at all. What's his conditioning like? That's a little bit close for me to want to push. Again, I want to be conservative in this race. Just see who else comes into pit. I mean, Cruz for sure is coming in soon. And I would think Rodriguez has to come in, Sevilla has to come in. I still think we just want to wait. The score wouldn't look that great right now, but Spartan would still beat us because Sevilla's in the lead. But once Sevilla has to come in, that's all going to look very much different. Holgerson continuing to improve her racing towards the end of the race here. 8.8 now. And Bags up to 5.7. It's not half bad at all. Still 10 seconds behind anybody in front of him and 3 seconds behind, so it is Gabler. There goes Cruz. Putting on some worn tires and coming out in front of Bags, so Bags stays in 7th, just out of the points. Cruz did not, obviously not getting much fuel at all. Just, you know, get new tires on, get back out there. Okay. Bags might as well back off on the tires. And Holgerson can pick it up. So I think I just carried a little bit too much fuel in this last segment, but I'm really not too irritated about that. Blasi, I'm surprised. Still out there, still trying to make this work. You know, I've got to think that car is going to fall apart. Especially with it being driven, you know, fairly aggressively at the moment. And there goes Sevilla with several laps to go. Holgerson in first. And how many does Bags pass, if any? Up to 6th. Now Sevilla comes out not far behind Holgerson with new tires, so that's going to be interesting. But Bags is now up, and we would only beat him by 3 points. Even with all this, now part of that is, you know, they got the pole. So If I've got enough left when I get there, I think I'm just going to have Holgerson run flat out that last lap. Oh, Sevilla has mechanical problems. You know, let's go conserve. Tanaka going wide, down well in the race though. Just as I was starting to look at it. Sevilla's starting to catch up. So Sevilla sort of pushing the car there. Gets much closer and I'll start pushing back. Bags just a little bit in front of Rodriguez, has no real chance of catching Cruz. So as long as Bags can stay there, then Dutt and Blasi, are they even going to make it? And Dutt finally going into the pit. But isn't doing any repairs. Okay. Let's go hybrid. And basically what I want to do here is I just want to take a run at getting the fastest lap. Yeah, there Dutt gets it, 121.635. So yeah, the tire temp's just not going to take it. So I might as well boost those down to neutral. Nothing higher will do any good. Okay, yeah, that wasn't even close. Okay, so let's go down to medium. Medium and conserve. We're 2+ seconds. Bags has moved up to 5th. And Mia Holgerson is about to win this by 3 seconds over Sophie Sevilla. Too bad that Sevilla finished that high, but got to give him credit. Even with Lori out, he still only gained 4 points. Due to that whole pole situation. So, and Bags with a decent 5th. So I think that may have been a little bit premature saying that Lori's crash ended the season. It's certainly going to help us. But the challenge is not over. Still a few races to go, and Spartan is not going to go away easily. But that was the break that really gives us a stronger control on things. There's no question. Okay, so yep. Dutt did get the fastest lap, which is just fine with me, because that's not a rival. So Holgersen takes the points lead easily, bags up to third over Hashimoto. So he's looking like he's actually going to finish quite strongly here. Yeah, 16-point lead. But a single normal race can give you 14, and double points at the end, 28. So this isn't going to be wrapped up until the very end. And actually, that was the wrong numbers there. If you get 10 points for first place, 6 points for second, so it could be 16 plus 2 for the pole, 2 for the fastest lap, 20 total points, which is more than what our lead is, and then 40 for the final race. So it's not even that much. And down to fifth, slightly below average finish there. And second best driving of the year for Holgersen, who gets her fourth race, her fourth win in 8 races, and bounces back from Guildford, which was the first time she wasn't on the podium. And that'll take us down to just under $1 million in the negative. Okay, so next up is going to be Ardennes. 4 races left. 16-point lead. Still far from over, but we'd be interesting to see whether or not we can get that engine ready in time for the race. I'm not sure if we will or not. Getting that second engine going for Holgersen. That could be important. Either way, we'll have it for the last 3. That'll be coming up next. Thanks for watching. It has been a lot of fun. We've got 3 more races, 3/4 of the way through the season. Getting down to that final push, and we'll see if we can hold Spartan off. More coming up soon.